Hi, welcome to Jackie Burns Creations. I'm going to DIY 3 snowmen. This is the Unusual Snowman Challenge. It is hosted by 6 kids and a glue gun and crafting in Mimi's world. Project number 1. Well, I took 2 pumpkins and I thought, okay, that's unusual. Make a snowman out of them. And I found these hats at Dollar Tree. Of course, the pumpkins came from Dollar Tree. And I thought these hats look so winter snowman-like. But I put it on and you could see the orange through there. And I thought, no snowman's orange. So I painted them, of course, with Waverly chalk paint. And remember, there's only 2. After they dried, then I put the hat on. I only had to put 1 layer on, even though you could still see some orange through. The general color didn't show through. So I wanted to, it's got a hole in the top of it because it's for a ponytail to stick out. So that makes it perfect for putting the pumpkins together. And I just put a little glue around the top hole. And I add my second one. I'm going to put a skewer in there so they hold together nicely, putting a little glue on there. And I'm going to got myself good with the glue. So I was trying to glide the skewer in place. Okay, now the top one is another unusual piece. It is one of those bowls. Kind of looks like a little fish bowl, but not really. And so, of course, I cut it apart and I'm gluing it on the bottom. And here I go to put it on top. Slather it good. Being glass, it will stick pretty good. Making sure they all stick lined up pretty well. So I have these rounds. Some of them I got from Amazon, and the other day I did find some at Dollar Tree. These rounds are so handy. I think this is an 8-inch round, where I do have some 12-inch. Now I got this ribbon. I can't remember where I got this ribbon. I had it last year. Could have been from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I don't know. Needed a nice colorful scarf. So I'm just crisscrossing it and just tucking it up in place. Now I thought, it needs something there. What does it need? And I put one of these snowmen that are like table scatter from Dollar Tree. And that was a silver one, and I used the white ones as his buttons. Now for his face, I had these half beads, and I'm painting them black. I know I could have done much better by putting in a bag, but there were only a few, so no big deal. Here I've got one on. And the bead for his nose is some that I ordered from Amazon. And it was a little orange plaid one, and I thought, that'll be cute. And I've got his hat on, but I don't have it hooked down. because I can lift up his hat and put a candle in there. Yep, there's his mouth. Sorry, it was out of frame a little bit. Okay, here goes the candle. You can't really see it because it's bright, but I'll try to get a picture and slip it in. Oh, and I did put a little bit of foliage on the round with him. I think he's cute. Okay, project number 2. I thought, oh, another unusual thing would be pool noodles. And I painted them white, and I probably shouldn't because the paint kept kind of cracking off. Or maybe I should have painted it with Mod Podge first, then the chalk paint. But the paint kept kind of cracking off, so I figured now I'm putting some glitter Mod Podge on there, and maybe that'll hold the paint on. Putting the glitter Mod Podge on, and then I've got the snow from Dollar Tree. I love this snow. I like it much better than that foamy stuff. Oh, and here's the rounds I was painting. Give it a good coat of paint. I only really took one coat. And while it's still wet, I'm going to sprinkle some of the snow on it. And it will stick. I tried not to put too much in the middle. Okay, here's a hat that I had from last year from Dollar Tree, but it had a little gold knob hanger on the top, and I went to pull it out and it kind of ripped off the felt. So what I did was I'm just taking the piece of felt and gluing it, or cutting out another piece of felt. So you can't see a big rip in there. And I'll still end up putting both pieces down. Just waiting for the glue gun to warm up. So this is another one I had from last year, and they may have them again this year. It's a scarf with a pom-pom on the end and a bell. So I just cut it off at a good distance, and it slid on the middle snowman really nicely. Gosh, almost everything I used on these were Dollar Tree. Okay, here I go gluing that on. And here's the large one. And what I did was there was kind of splotches of snow on it, or white on it, to make it look like it was snow. So what I did is I just went over the glue gun and sprinkled some of the snow on there. Okay, I found these gloves. And only found a couple. I thought they were so cute. And what I did was I just cut the fingers off, turned it inside out, and I'm going to glue the top together. Just putting glue in different spaces and holding it, and then put it in another space and hold it. I guess I could have tied it underneath there, but yeah, the glue worked okay. Okay, turn it right side out and slip it on the little snowman. Now I used a marker, a paint marker, to make a face, and I didn't like it. So I found these googly eyes I had and thought, oh, those will look better. And I just left the mouth the way it is. So I thought, well, they need a nice bright scarf. I couldn't really find any ribbon in my stash or material in my stash I wanted to use, but I liked this ribbon, so what I did was, this was the last of it, and I cut it in half, and I'm going to put it on the big one and the medium. The little one doesn't have any room. But that's okay. He's so cute with his little candy hat. What do they call those? Starlight mints? Okay, put the middle one down so I can see how I want to orient the other two. I guess I should have put the big one in the middle, but then it turns out okay because I decorate the round. Yeah, I kind of like him in between the two. And you can see I put some trees on there and some snowflakes. A few different sized trees. That one that's kind of blue at the bottom and then white at the top, that's a new one I got at Dollar Tree. I'm sure hoping I can find some of the other ones. So they got some cool ones out this year. And I put a little snow on the middle one's hat. Project number 3. I don't know if this is unusual or not, but it's different for me. I've got 2 different size styrofoam balls and some glitter dust and some air dry clay. The air dry clay and the glitter dust I ordered off of Amazon. I meant to order some paper clay, but I ordered air dry instead. But it worked. And I've always wanted to make one of these old-fashioned looking snowmen. I think they're just adorable. They're all over Pinterest and they're all over Etsy, but they're very expensive. This one did take me the longest, and I had to let it dry for about 3 days. So if you're going to try this, make sure you leave plenty of time if you're doing it for a project or a video or something. Make sure you leave yourself plenty of time to let it dry. And I didn't put it on real thick. Okay, I put a skewer in the styrofoam balls. Now some people take newspaper and wad it up and cover it with tape. And other people just take aluminum foil and make balls out of it. Here I'm making the face. And I'm just kind of carving it out. I took 2 little pieces and rolled them up for cheeks, and I put a little bit more for a nose. You know, his face looked kind of odd to me when I got done, but once he got painted, he's adorable. So I'm going to make some more of these because you can see I got lots of clay left. People make them with wire arms and twig arms. I've seen some people make them with legs, long legs, short legs, all different kinds of legs, all different kinds of faces. Each one really does come out very individual like. Now, I guess I should have taken water and smoothed the clay out, but you know what? In the long run, it was okay. It didn't really show. Now I'm pulling out some more clay because I'm going to make some arms. And it's interesting on YouTube. A lot of times we've done crafts before, and a lot of times crafters, it's the first time they're doing something. They've just got it in their mind and they need to do it. And so sometimes you're seeing the experiment right along with us. But most of us have experience that we really have a vision of what we want to do. Well, I made little log type shapes and put the arms on and pressing it down and smoothing them and shaping them. And yeah, you can see it turned out very white. I didn't know if I'd have to paint it or not, but it turned out very white once it dried. And I'm taking a paint pen and I'm darkening his eyes. And making his little smile. That orange one for his nose. You can make a pointy nose. You can make them out of skewers or sticks or anything you want. It's your project. You do it. We're just here to inspire you and give you ideas. I'm pinking up his cheeks. And some people put kind of a brown wash on to make it look gold. I thought it still looked good. I'll try the brown wash some other time. Okay, here's that glitter dust. It's very, very, very fine glitter. I tried not to get it around his face too much. So I'm covering him with Mod Podge. Mod Podge, a Plaid family. A product of Plaid, my favorite. I'm an ambassador. Love their paints, love their Mod Podge. And I made a little kind of rim at the bottom, so it looks like the snow is just kind of hanging around his feet, which he has no feet. And just keep putting more glitter on him. Now I was trying to decide what kind of hat to give him. And I thought, oh, I'm going to give him a fun cone party hat. And I had this pretty plaid paper. Checking to see how much I needed to cut off. Okay, works perfect. And I did have this garland, skinny garland. I thought, what are you holding this for? Go get one of your clamps. So, here comes the clamp to hold it down. And I just put a little glue all the way around the hat to hold it down. Sorry, I'm out of frame. Now I just took some and just kind of twisted it for a little bun on top of his hat. Made a little circle and left a little tail so I could glue it inside the hat. Okay, I have an empty ribbon spool that I thought I'd make a cute little platform for him. And I had this little wood circle that came out of some picture, because I'm a craft hoarder and I save everything. I think the paper came from Hobby Lobby. And so I wrap some around the middle. And I've seen so many that are just able to stand up, and some they put on platforms, and just all kinds. Just Pinterest just gives you so much inspiration. And I thought, well, he needs a little collar. And there he goes on the snow. And I have this Starlight Mint that he's going to be holding. And perfect in his hands. Don't you think he's just the cutest? I think he's so cute. Oh, I thank you so much for coming and joining me. And I hope you subscribe and come back again. Thanks for watching.